Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all. Thank you for joining me on this session. My name is Rafael Garzon. I'm the VP of Customer Growth at Cielo. And I'm going to talk about a very important topic for all of you. The trends that will help your restaurant recover and thrive after COVID-19. We have been through unprecedented times and months in this industry. One of the hardest impacted industries through the pandemic. We have seen many of you or many of our restaurants and customers having to close their locations or partially keep them open with less staff, less people. And we also have seen your customers, our customers in the industry, having to do things differently, missing that experience that we used to have at restaurants, having to wear masks, having to social distance. And before we were able to go back to the restaurants, having to eat outside the restaurant, in other places at home. On the good side, although these challenges have been very difficult for all of us, there's been a lot of innovation. The industry found new ways to innovate using technology, using QR codes, having a new experience with the menus, even looking at presenting the food differently, packing the food differently, taking the food from the restaurant to other locations. So what are the trends that we're seeing over the next few months and few years? Number one is we know that many restaurants that had to close. It was a very difficult time. But at the same time, many restaurants learned how to do carry-outs, delivery, curbside services. Fast food restaurants had an incredible success because they had a very well-established drive-out windows. This is a trend that will remain. You have to have those options. You have to be thinking about other ways to deliver your products. Even if you have a fancy restaurant, people want to take your food home. Why not? We're getting used to it. The second trend that is very interesting is because we're less social today, we have less interaction with people physically. We interact more in social media. So restaurants are increasingly utilizing social media to market themselves more and more. Social media is becoming a more ingrained in your own customers. They're becoming more comfortable with it. So post reviews and feedback through postings is becoming a very important tool that you need to leverage. And people are becoming more comfortable with it. And at the same time, as you're getting more comfortable with social media, you're also getting more comfortable with technology. So people are getting more used to online ordering, mobile devices. Online menus are becoming very popular. Things may shift one direction or the other, but these components of technology are going to be very important for you as a trend moving forward. We became more outdoors. We had to. We couldn't be home. We couldn't be in closed places. So people look at more of nature. And with that comes a consciousness about eating more healthy food, more environmentally friendly. And that's happening today. People are more conscious about it. They're going to supermarkets, buying their food, trying to source the best kind of food. And that's the same question they're asking restaurants. Is it locally sourced? Where is the food coming from? So this is something you need to incorporate in your experience as you start reopening, is how do you communicate those healthy options, that environmentally conscious approach that you have in your restaurant, make it more visible because people are more interested on that. Because we have to be more outdoors, more outside. What a better option than food trucks? Food trucks became a very powerful tool for many restaurants. It's a renaissance of the food trucks. It really adapts to people's busy lifestyles. You can pack really good quality food in a small place, and you can have multiple options. So people like that trend. They're lacking the ability to go to a place and find multiple options in one single location. And when you think about cost, opening a food truck operation is a fraction of getting a full restaurant location. So think about your strategy on your restaurant as you move forward on food trucks, on mobility. Be ready for the next time you need to be more mobile. And give options. People are getting used to that outdoor, being outside, and being able to choose multiple kind of foods in one place. So your food truck strategy should be part of your plans as you move forward into 2022. We talk about quality of food. We're talking about the sources of the food. Now, what people are also getting used to is numbers. As you go to supermarkets and you buy your food, it's very common that you look at the nutritional value of the food that you're buying. So the same thing, many people are more conscious and are thinking about how do I get that information from my restaurant. When I go to a restaurant, I want to know the calorie consumption. I want to balance the nutrition that I learned how to balance during the pandemic when I go back to the restaurant. I lost so many pounds. I want to make sure I keep them out of my body. So how do I control that? Through these nutritional value. And some cities are actually asking restaurants to display the letter grades from health department inspections. So this is important. Inspections used to be a critical component of the restaurant experience, and you as an owner. Now it's even more important because people are more conscious about what inspections say about the restaurant. And also how you promote the quality of the food, the nutritional value of your food is something you should be thinking about because it's becoming a trend, and after a year, people are used to it now. The shift to digital is being incredible in every industry, and in the restaurant business has also been that way. Digital menus have been adopted across the board. It reduces operational costs, increases sales. It is some studies said that you can increase sales by 5% because you can have a different experience when you have a digital menu. You can show pictures. People get attracted to pictures when you show that delicious dessert or that new dish that you have. Instead of having someone explaining what that dish is about, you can show a picture and that drives business. So two very important aspects of this is the ability to actually control your cost and at the same time increase your sales. Also, it requires less manpower because it's less complex to operate. You don't need to print pages. You don't need to throw away paper. And although it has some costs associated to them, depending on the solution, this is a trend that I foresee staying in a hybrid mode. People want to go to paper menus again, yes, but the QR codes are becoming a very familiar tool to use, something that you can incorporate into your menus and make your menus even more informative, giving pictures, showing the nutritional value, and other of the aspects that we saw in the trends that are coming up. So there is a lot of trends and ideas that will help you improve the restaurants. And there is a lot of digital solutions that also will help you accomplish that. So let's talk quickly about Cielo. What do we do? Restaurant solutions. We have our QR code platform that allows you to implement many of the points that we talked about earlier. You can read this QR code if you have some time, and you can actually get the experience yourself. We focus on the dynamic menus that you can change with the time, with the day, menus that are special occasions that you don't need to print and that are on the fly. Inspection management, very easy solutions that you can actually implement to make sure that every location in your restaurant is doing the right thing and the good behaviors are being communicated across the board. Customer feedback, more important than ever. People are more social. Social media. Social media could be your best tool or your worst enemy if people post the wrong information. So capture their feedback early before they leave your restaurant. And promotions at the restaurant. There are many promotions happening that are not related to the restaurant experience. You promote in newspapers, and maybe on the web, in different locations, but if you promote when your customers are at the restaurant, the effects are magnified. So some of our customers did it. I want to share with you two customers. One, Jaco Parrilla, is a from restaurant, being able to promote their dishes without a physical menu anymore. They were able to move inventory that was about to get expired in just 3 weeks, something that used to take them months. And Lucille's Barbecue, they made the inspection process a powerful business tool and embraced new QR technology to create dynamic menus that change during the day, on holidays, at different times of the day or the week. So you can get the experience that you need to get as a customer because you're seeing the items that you can order, not the ones that are listed in the menu. So two great customers, two great experiences, and we're ready to talk to you. Contact us, www.cieloconnect.com. Send us an email at sales@cieloconnect.com, and we'll be ready to show you a case just for you. We can print and create a QR code just for your company, just for your restaurant, and show you how that will work. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. Thank you.